Hello guys, welcome to the episode number 7 of Cabin Crew Talk Show. Today my guest is this beautiful lady from Sri Lanka. Her name is Demini and we used to work together in Oman Air. We had few flights together and now she's crew with Emirates.
Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff.
Hi Demini, thank you for being a guest in my show. Thank you for your time. How are you? How you're spending time during this corona pandemic?
It's worse. Actually, it's horrible. Yeah, and everyone we don't fly, and these days staying at home. Yeah, just yeah.
You didn't have any flight for how long?
I didn't fly almost for 4 months. My last flight was to Prague on 13th of March, and yeah. But there's no flight, like few flights, but there are so many crews, so I didn't get any flight yet.
Yeah. But how is now? Like you have a standbys, or what is the procedure?
Sometimes we get a flight, but like I got 2 flights to Colombo, so but the airport is still, it has been closed, so it got so they are giving us like flexible days off. That's it. Some crew, they are getting airport standby, but because of the less of the flights, so most of the time we are at home.
Okay, you're studying, right?
Yeah, I am. I was actually doing some exams and just refreshing my mind, what I have studied, doing yoga, and just being productive.
Yeah. That's the smart, at least like you can learn something new and don't go under depression. Like we can use this time wisely. I know like it's hard, the salary is low and we don't know what will happen with us in future, but everyone is passing through same thing.
Yeah.
So we can just use like take the best. So just tell us a little bit about your background, like before you joined Oman Air. Did you work something? Did you study? And how old were you when you joined Oman Air?
Okay, I was 26 when I joined Oman Air, almost 26, yeah. And I studied computer science and management back home in Sri Lanka. And then I have the postgraduate as well. I work as an executive in the apparel industry, but I didn't have any experience about this hospitality or anything. But yeah, finally I ended up with Oman. Oman. Yeah.
Why did you decide to apply for cabin crew job?
Actually, it was a coincidence. One of my friend, he sent me the link. Oh, there's a cabin crew job. You can apply. I was thinking like, no, I don't have any experience or like nothing at all, like zero. So, actually, I wanted to a little bit travel. And to be honest, the payments and the salary is really good. So I was thinking like, why not? And I applied. It was the last day to apply.
Like to send application, right?
Just, for the applications, And then actually I didn't have any intention to be a cabin crew, but in the interview,
happened. And do you remember assessment date was in Colombo or?
Yeah.
How was it?
Sorry?
How was it?
Yeah, it was in Colombo. Actually, we were recruited through an agent. And I think these days, I think it's called Demini or something, the agency, but back in the days, it was different. So we applied to the agency and they shortlisted our CVs and everything. And yeah, and there was like, oh my God, it was like big, not the open day, but it took us like huge, like whole day to do the interview and stuff. So yeah.
Like all exercises and tasks, right? Do you know how many of you were at that time?
I mean, like got selected?
Invited and selected at the end.
I didn't get your question. What's that?
How many of you were invited for assessment day, and then how many of you were selected to come to Oman Air?
Okay. As I can remember, there was maybe 300 girls.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like, yeah. And like after that, I think it's 20 people or 21 got selected. But we got 2 candidates they recruited before us, and then 7 of us again, and then like it's like part wise. I don't know. I don't know they might be recruited like 20. I don't know about that, but like almost 20, 15 to 20. Yeah. Select.
And because it was through some agency, did you need to pay that agency, or it was just like free?
You know, the thing is actually when I joined, like we shouldn't pay, but yeah, like commission they asked us to pay maybe like one salary. But when after that we got to know like we should not pay, but anyways we paid. My bad. All of us we paid. Yeah, we didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard already like different experience. Yeah, some people they paid, some of them. I think it depends also like in which country they recruit.
Yeah. Even the Oman Air, when we asked them, after that like the Oman Air, they said like no, you should not pay, but yeah, we had to pay.
It was over. They took their part. They are gone.
Yeah.
Did you have some expectations before you came to Oman? Do you remember that day? It was your first time to leave Sri Lanka, I mean, for work, right?
Yes, it was first time. And yeah, actually the first day I cried when I went to the accommodation. Oh my God, I was crying literally. And I was thinking the Gulf, it's like, maybe like it's gonna be like strict, and maybe the how we wear the clothes and everything. I was thinking like it's super strict, but when I came to Oman, I feel like it's quite easygoing. Yeah. Of course, the culture and the religions and everything's a bit different, but I didn't feel like much cultural shock. But we were like 6 of us, so it was okay. Yeah.
And like your flatmate was also from Sri Lanka, or you got some another nationality?
No, she's still in the Oman Air.
Really?
Yeah, she's from Tunisia. Yeah. Very nice girl. Yeah, she's very nice, welcoming, and everything. Like she was perfect. Yeah, we were sharing time, everything. But I didn't feel like first day I feel like alone because I'm far away from home. Then when we go to the training college and when we interact with friends and colleagues, like it was okay. Yeah.
And you had to study a lot, so probably you didn't have a lot of time to think about other things.
Yes, of course. Like I think it's 3 months, like training college. So we didn't have any time. Like every day, you know it, right? It's every day is assessments, and we had to study hard. Everything, yeah.
And how would you describe the training? I mean, like 3 months, did you have something that it was really hard for you, or?
Yeah, for me, a little bit, because it was my first time for the aviation. Like all the codes, like for the airport codes and everything, we had to just study by heart and remember. And the exam, it was a little bit tough, but when you study and when you remember everything, it was like fine. Like, and you're not alone, like with the like colleagues and everyone, and it was
Everyone is
fine.
passing through same thing, yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows it's not that difficult, but it's new. If you are you're new, like for the aviation industry, yes, it's a bit tough, but and you get to know everything later.
And you spent 2 years in Oman Air.
Almost two, yeah, almost.
Yeah. What did you like the most? And is there something that you didn't like that much?
I love Oman. Even I love Oman. I feel like Oman is like a family because each other. Even like I know your name and you're from this country and everything. So I feel like it's like a family and we know each other. Everyone, even for the briefing or before the briefing, it's like a family. Like it's warm welcome, everyone. That's it. That's nice feeling. That's like most, Oman. I think what else? Oh, one thing. I don't like to stay in the transport.
It was a long ride, huh?
Anyways, like after what do you call, like after 8 hours of a flight and you stay in the transport like half an hour, I hate it. I don't know how is the procedure now, but at those days, oh my God, it's just like killing me. I hate it.
Yeah, now it's maybe a little bit better because they moved some girls from some far accommodations to the closer one. And also new airport is open, so I think now it's a bit better. I stay outside, so I don't know.
You don't know it.
But I remember before, when I was staying in company accommodation, oh my God, in the last building, it take you like sometimes even 1 hour and a half.
1 hour and a half sometimes, yeah. That's the only reason I don't like, but everything is perfect. Yeah.
Everything was perfect in that time. So after some time, you decided to try to apply for Emirates, right?
Emirates. Yeah.
Why did you make that decision?
Okay, it was like I had 2 days off, and one of my batchmate, she told me, oh, she has seen somewhere. Okay, we had an open day in Oman, so she said like let's apply together. I said like, oh, because I was fine in Oman, to be honest, I was fine. But she said like, oh, let's go because you have 2 days off, and I have like, okay. I was like, I swear I didn't have even proper dress to wear. I borrowed from a friend. Just didn't know that I will get selected. So we just went, and it was really tough at those days because I didn't even expect like people. It was an open day. So many, I think more than 500 candidates.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yes, yeah, and it was fun. I just wanted to try, to be honest. It was my first time to apply to Emirates. Yeah.
Fourth time.
Yeah, it was my first time.
So you used to apply before in Sri Lanka as well, right? What did
you mean? No, it was my first time.
First time. I understood fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, first time.
But what about Oman Air? Did you apply? So you didn't apply for any other airline before, right? So Oman Air was first.
It was my first time. Yeah.
So you were in that group of people who apply just for once and they get a job from the beginning. So you're the lucky one.
Yes. Maybe.
And how would you compare like open day for Oman Air and Emirates? Is it similar or I don't know?
It's actually, you mean interview day, right? In Oman Air, we didn't have an open day. It was apply, and the agency will shortlisted the applications. But in Emirates, it was open day, so anyone can go and face for the interview. So I think it's pretty much similar, but Emirates, it was the first day they will shortlisted the applications, and the second day will be the interview, like a proper interview. And but like just whole day, one day for the Oman Air. The procedures are a little bit same. Yeah. Same. But Oman Air, they will not take the height. But Emirates, it's the must. Have like a proper height, like I cannot remember how much is it.
Yeah, I think in Emirates you have like what is the minimum height, right? You have something like that. I think 105, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, they don't have like a minimum, but like in other airlines, there is the limit what you need to touch with your hand.
Yeah, we need to touch. Yeah. So we didn't have it in Oman. Yeah, pretty much similar, everything. And when you shortlisted in the Emirates, so when you shortlisted for the like 2 days, after 2 days, you have like a huge procedure, like interview and a test, and everything will be online. Yeah, but Oman Air, just 1 day, finish.
That's one place, nothing online. And what do you have online to do for Emirates? There is some like psychological test or?
Yes, we had actually, when we shortlisted, like after second day, I think it was 20 people, and they are giving us a link to access to their portal. So they will do an interview, kind of 30-minute interview, and we had to do psychological test and as well as English test.
Wow.
Yeah, like everything
but
online.
Previously at assessment they already had the English test, right?
Not with Emirates.
No. Wow. That's
I
fine.
will explain. Yeah, I will explain. Like first day, they shortlisted all their applications, and the second day there will be like a group assessment. They are giving cards, like cue cards, so we had to describe with the group, and then they listed like half of us, and again we had everything is group wise, so
teamwork.
Like teamwork, and I think kind of like a situation we have to, and we have to give the solutions for the problems. So then they shortlisted like half. So that was the procedure, like in Emirates.
Yeah, that's why they don't have English test. That's why you did it online after everything.
No, after, yeah.
And then how long did you wait? Do you remember, like after the final interview, after how long they informed you that you are chosen to come to Dubai?
As I can remember, it was almost 1.5 months. It was 1.5 months. They call you and telling you got selected, blah blah blah, and it was like, and then like there was so much procedures. We had to submit documents, and it was like huge process. We had to submit photos. Yeah, if you do like in exactly like everything, so it's gonna be fine. Yeah, some I know people like when I got to know then later, because he has submitted the photo, but it was not like
the standard, huh?
Yes, it's not with the standard, so he got rejected. Things. Yeah, I think you have to think about it before you submit.
And then that moment when they informed you, what was in your mind? I mean, you need to leave Oman Air. You got shocked, probably.
I got shocked. I was thinking, I was thinking, what should I do? Like, I didn't expect.
Yeah, because you went there like, okay, I will go just for fun, huh?
Yeah, I was just like, I was thinking like, okay, let it be. Like, if I get selected, that's fine. I was just giving a try. And it was kind of a burden for me, to be honest. What should I do? Like, should I wait or And then I was thinking, okay, it's a opportunity. It's an opportunity to your life.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Like, and it's different. Like, like when you work in one company and you shift, and I think it's new experience to your life, and That's it. Like nothing much. But I was so scared, and it was a burden for me. Like I didn't know what to do. Yeah.
And then when you went to resign, you told them like that you were going to another airline, or you didn't want to tell them? Really?
No. No, it was not good to tell. No, I didn't tell to anyone. Yeah, I was just, my manager was so good. Like he was so nice, sweet person. Yeah, I was just, yeah, nothing. I was not telling to anyone, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. And then, did you go back to Sri Lanka, and then from there you went to Dubai, or?
Yes, because Emirates, they are giving us our, what is it called, like a first ticket from our home. Yeah, so to go home. Like for me, I had to get my clearance from even from Sri Lanka, because as yeah, like you have to register, like all Sri Lankans we know, like we had to register in foreign ministry that we are going to this country and this country, like
to
that.
live there, to work there, right?
Yeah, so I had to go back and come back again. I think within 2-3 weeks I had to prepare everything, all the documentations and everything, and pack again. Yeah, it was tough. I was busy at those time. Yeah.
But how was that for you? Like second time you're moving to another country. It was like second time, I don't know, it was for you easier, or it was like another new big challenge?
It's Oman and Dubai, it's same, just we are neighbors. I didn't feel that much tension, but yeah, because Dubai is new and it's my first time to be in Dubai. So yeah, it was quite challenge, but it was a little bit like okay, not like Oman Air, not like Oman. Before, like I was so much stress and I was crying in my apartment, but here I was like, let it be.
Yeah, because I mean, like it was like your third year in out abroad, right?
Yeah.
And probably for training, you didn't feel that much stressed.
It was kind of stressful, to be honest.
Another kind of.
Yeah, because we had in Oman Air we had 3 months. But here everything for 2 months.
So, and how many aircraft type did you get for initial training?
777, Boeing 777 and Airbus 380, both.
So two type of aircraft.
Two types.
And in Oman Air we also got two types in training.
Boeing
737 and Airbus 330.
Yeah, 330. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I want to say, like in 3 months, 2 aircrafts in Oman Air, and then in Emirates you have 2 months and 2 aircrafts.
Another 2. Yeah, I want to tell, like it was quite challenge because like when we get used to something, so you always remember like everything. Okay, 777 and 330 and those kind of stuff. Here, it's totally different, and it's very hard to memorize everything. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's 777 or 380. Sometimes, oh, what is that? Like it's such kind of a mess in your brain, and not just for me. Like I have one of my friend. She was flying for 7 years in Thailand. So she was telling me like, oh, it's kind of a mess. It's hard. Everything. It's just like a mess. But yeah, and we had there from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. the training.
Wow.
Like, yeah, whole day. 2 months. It's kind of stressful.
9 hours. Wow.
Yeah, it was a bit stressful, but it was so fun, and like everything. But I think the practical sessions and the simulators are different than Oman Air, but the safety-wise, security-wise, first aid and everything like kind of same.
So basically, you didn't need to study very hard, right? I mean, Procedures are similar regarding first aid, regarding safety, like you know how you need to, when you need to arm door, when you need to disarm door. But I guess like, you know, Oman Air for you, it was new thing and you were like, oh, what is arming, disarming?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Then like here it was like fine, but the procedures were a little bit different. Yeah, it's two companies, but yeah, it was fine for me. Like first aid, I know what is that, and the security, I know what is that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know it was fine actually. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit like about accommodation, layovers, about your rosters? I mean, back when it was normal, not now, Corona time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, back when it used to fly normally. And how long you are now with Emirates?
I'm here 1 year and 7 months. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really happy with my accommodation. Actually, I'm a bit far from Dubai, downtown. We have accommodations everywhere in Dubai.
Around.
And, yeah, we have a crew transport every 20 minutes, and we have the schedule. So in my apartment, we have 2 bedrooms, one main bedroom and another one, 2 separate bathroom, kitchen, and living room we share. And some of our apartments, it's 3 bedrooms, so like bathrooms and bedrooms. So it was, yeah, it was like nice. It's new, it's nice, yeah. The only problem is I don't have a balcony, so everything, all the plants, everything in my living room. So, and what about that? What did you ask me?
About roster, layovers.
Roster, normally we are doing so many layovers, maybe maximum.
Lucky. I mean, it depends. Some people, they love layovers, some of them they don't like. Like for me, I love.
Yeah, and we are doing maximum 2 turnarounds or 3, maximum 2 or 3 turnarounds. I think the longest turnaround to Nairobi, and even to Turkey, we have a turnaround.
Like Istanbul, right?
Yeah, Istanbul, yeah. Oh, and rosters, normally we are getting 80 to 100 hours, 80 to 100.
Flying?
Yeah.
Flying hours, right?
Yeah, flying hours. It's like in Oman Air, we have
duty hours.
Yeah, duty hours. But here it's flying hours. It's chops. So it's a little bit, but 80 to 100. Most of the time, I was getting 90 to 100. Most of the time. Yeah. So maximum 100, sometimes 105. Yeah, it depends. But for me, I didn't feel much tired. Sometimes it's layovers. When you go to Europe, you have like 24 hours and coming back. And yeah, it was nice. The layovers, to Europe, we are getting only 24 most of the time.
24 hours, right?
Yeah, most of the time. But some layovers we have 48, sometimes 36, especially to Australia and to New Zealand. We have longer layover. And even to US, longer layovers because of the time difference, I guess. Yeah, it was nice. But back in the days in Oman Air, like we know each other, we go out and it's like so nice. But here, I feel like we don't know each other. The thing is, if you fly with one crew, maybe you will not see him or her again anymore. So every day it's a new phase. Every day you're working with somebody like really new. And sometimes, yeah, of course, we have fun on board, but it's not like Oman Air. It's like, but here it's not like that. I feel the difference only this
in that
like
part.
Yeah.
But in another hand, you have beautiful layovers like that we don't have here in Oman Air, because network of Emirates is like really like wider than Oman Air network.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like most of the time we have, even Colombo, it's a layover for us.
You go home, huh?
Yeah, and even Trivandrum, it's a layover. we have layover. So even though we fly only for 4 hours, you have a layover. So it's nice.
Great. What is the best destination for you now?
Rio de Janeiro.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because I have done it twice. It's very hard to get because everyone wants to go to Rio. We have Rio to 48 hours. And we have 2 flights, Rio Santiago and Rio Buenos Aires. So Dubai to Rio, 48 hours, and from Rio to Santiago, and again we have a layover 48 hours, coming back to Rio hours and to Dubai. Yeah, it was a mini vacation, totally 9 days. Yeah, you had to pack everything for 9 days.
No way. Yeah, I heard actually that Emirates, even you have something like that when you go to Australia, no? Singapore and...
Yeah, we have Singapore, Brisbane, but I think the flights is not anymore. I think they canceled the flight. Yeah, we have direct Brisbane, and we have almost 36 and sometimes 48 hours. And I have done Auckland. It's I think 48. No, it's 58 hours. It was nice.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it's hard for time difference, right? For your body to adjust.
It's very hard.
That is the good side of this job. I mean, you need to use time during layovers.
Yeah, I know. You know, like imagine you do like you are doing Dubai to Auckland, 17 hours, and it never ends. Never.
Can I ask you something? I think that would be interesting for people because they always, people that they don't fly, even the passengers, they always think about, I mean, I hope they think about crew, like 17 hours flight. Where do you rest? What is the procedure? I mean, I know, but just I think it would be interesting for audience here.
Yeah. Oh, so for the longer flights, we have 4 flight crew. It means 2 captain and 2 first officers with the cockpit. So first half of the flight, 1 captain and 1 first officer. Yeah, they're operating, and the other 2 they're resting. So the last part of the flight, they exchange their duties. And for us, we have first class, business class, and economy. So we have kind of a schedule. It depends with the service. We have almost 3 services for the longer flights, and we are getting our rest. So we have a crew compartment, crew rest compartment. We call it PRC. In Airbus 380, we have it in the aft part of the aircraft. So you can see it like it's like a box and with a small door. And aircraft, I cannot remember the aircraft configuration, and we have it in the like a cargo, like which is
you go somewhere down.
Yeah, downside of the aircraft. It was actually, I prefer the bigger space and everything you have. It's in the cargo rest compartment, so it's much bigger. You have more space, and so for us, we are getting almost 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours rest.
Yeah, it depends on the flight.
It depends. Yeah, it depends with the load or with the hours, and it really depends. Sometimes even for the 9-hour or 11-hour flight, sometimes we get the rest. It really depends with the load, how fast we do the service, and and Boeing 777, we have it in the upper part of the aircraft. So you climb and we have bunks. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, you have more space in the 777 as well. Yeah.
And do you manage to sleep, or it's hard for you in these 3 or 4 hours?
It really depends. If I'm really tired, I manage to sleep maybe 1 hour or 1 hour and a half. But I always like close my eyes and I was just trying to have a rest. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard because you hear the sound and everything, the people are flashing, it's just annoying sometimes. Yeah, because the people, they don't know, they are going to washroom and flash, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's hard actually, yeah. And it's very cold inside. It's really cold. But we have our pajamas, everything, the crew pajama. But sometimes I sleep, but most of the time for me, just maybe 1 hour sleep. And I drink so much chamomile before my sleep, before my rest. So at least I have like 30 minutes or 1 hour nap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was quite challenging, to be honest.
But do you struggle with sleeping? Even I don't think just about those long flights. I mean, in daily basis.
Oh, you mean like normal routine, like my normal life?
Like normal rosters.
No, I don't really feel it. No, I can sleep.
Whenever, except in the crew
That's
area.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you mean in the aircraft?
No. I mean, like now. Okay, now during this Corona time, probably you have normal sleeping pattern. But I mean,
Yes.
before when you used to fly, not in the aircraft, like, do you have problem with sleeping?
From the beginning, I had Oman Air, but later on, I get used to it. When I always keep my When you land in the morning to Dubai, so imagine it's like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. So if you need to sleep, you need to rest. But for me, I put in my alarm for maybe for 4 hours or 5 hours sleep. So I sleep and I trying to be awake in the daytime. So I need to sleep again in the night. So I just manage.
You plan.
Yeah, I don't really like to sleep whole day and stay awake for the whole night. I think it's really bad. I know. Even the layovers, I always, like if you depart from Dubai or like Australia, you're going to Australia. So when you depart in the morning, so you will land after 15 hours. So still it's daytime. So if you sleep, if you sleep all day, maybe you will stay awake for the whole night. So what I do, I don't look at when I have a layover, I just keep my Dubai watch aside. So I don't look at the watch or the time, the Dubai time. So I was always thinking like, oh, it's just daytime. Sometimes I sleep like 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah, just
and
to
then
take a little bit of rest.
Yeah, and I try to be awake, do something, go to gym, eat something healthy, and then coming back, I was thinking, Dubai time is this, so I'm fine now, like that.
You are trying to play with your mind.
I know. Imagine like I don't want to see my watch in the layover. No Dubai time. I just want,
to
manage
adjust the local time. Yeah, actually that is good.
local time. Yeah, I know it's a bit hard. Yeah, you will manage.
Yeah, I know. Even me, I do the same. Now I'm sleeping normally. Like like almost 4 months.
Almost 4 months.
Almost 4 months. Yeah.
I cannot even imagine going back to work.
Even me, I'm thinking, because nowadays, like, we are having standbys, and some of my friends, they got the flights. I mean, we have those repatriation flights and cargo flights. Some they got flights. I'm thinking, oh my God, if they call me after this long period, of course I will go, I will do it. But I'm just thinking about my sleeping, like how I will.
I know.
Are you ready for one game?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Game is called This or That. So I give you like this or that. I give you like two things, and you need to choose like which one you like more, and you can explain why.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Airbus 380, Boeing 777.
380.
Why?
I think it's we have much space. Even for the passengers, you have much space, and because of the configuration of the aircraft, 380. Yeah, and I think it's even the oxygen. I think even this oxygen saturation, it's nice, more than, and it's big. I like it.
I will come back to this question. I want to ask you something about 380, but when we finish this game.
Yeah.
Layover or turnaround?
Oh, exactly, layovers.
Do you prefer day flight or night flight?
Day flight.
Day flight. You like sleeping, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Short or ultra long flight?
Ultra long flights.
Oh, okay. Why? Because you know that you will have layover, huh?
Ultra long flights because we have even Muscat flight, a short one. But for me, it's, in my opinion, it's just short flight, 1 hour, and you have to get ready 3 hours back and just going for 1 hour. I really don't like it.
I understand.
But, yeah.
Do you prefer living in Dubai or living in Muscat?
Living in Muscat.
Really? Okay, can you explain?
Because I don't like traffic much, in my opinion. I like greenery, and calm and quiet. I think Muscat is best for me.
Yeah, of course, it's your opinion. Like even for me,
it's my opinion.
I prefer also more quiet cities. I don't like
more quiet. More quiet. Yeah.
Blue hat or red hat?
It's a hard and tough question. I don't know. I really cannot. Oh, maybe the red hat.
Red hat, Emirates. Okay. Do you prefer flat shoes or high heels?
Flat shoes. I don't. Yeah. I hate the high heels.
It's killing your legs, huh?
Of course, yes. I know it's like so fashionable and modest, but I don't really like it.
Yeah, especially imagine if after that long flight, at the end, if you need to wear high heels.
Yeah, but we have cabin shoes, like same as Oman Air, but I don't know, like maybe I always wear shoes or slippers, like normal in my private life, so I don't really, even I have only 2 or 3 high heels, I don't really wear.
Okay, I can understand you. Do you prefer trousers or skirts?
Trousers.
Trousers. And now I want to ask you also about Emirates and trousers. Because most of the time when we meet Emirates crew at the airport, most of the time they're wearing skirts. I think in these 3 years of flying, maybe I saw 10 times, like 1 or 2 girls wearing trousers. So can you explain us like what is the procedure in your company about the uniform?
Yeah, all the crew we are getting only skirts. So for the trousers, if you have something like a medical case, so you allowed to wear a trouser for a certain period. But for the persons, they have another color, like black color, dark color of uniform. So they are allowed to wear trousers. Like maybe you have seen there's one girl, she's always wearing a trouser. So, yeah, especially in 380. So its name as her name is what do you call, like a CSA, cabin. Oh my God, I forgot.
Okay, what is the responsibility of that person?
Yeah, you know, in 380 we have shower spas. The girl, the flight, she's not like a flight attendant, but I would say she doesn't have the training for the safety. But everything she had, she got the training for the everything. So she's the one who's preparing showers and all the responsibilities for the showers part. So she's allowed to wear a trouser because she cannot wear a
yeah, probably it's more comfortable for them to prepare all of these things in trousers.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank you for clarification.
No worries.
Now, tea or coffee?
Coffee, for sure.
Coffee? Really? And you just mentioned chamomile tea. That's why I was thinking it would be tea.
Oh, for the chamomile tea, just for the sleep, but for coffee, always.
The rest of the day, yeah?
Rest of the day, yeah. Even though I'm Sri Lankan, yeah, I love coffee. It's weird.
But in your country, you have beautiful teas. You're famous for tea.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, like, it's weird, but I love coffee.
Okay. Do you prefer working in galley or working in cabin?
Working in cabin, I prefer.
Cabin, okay. Do you prefer view from 40,000 feet or view from your home window?
40,000 feet.
Really?
Nice. Especially when you pass Himalayas and pass Egypt, it's very nice.
That area.
Because if you see my neighbor, just like there's no view, just construction.
Dubai is building all the time, right? All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer Sri Lanka or UAE?
Oh, Sri Lanka.
Oh. Window seat or aisle seat?
Aisle seat.
Aisle, wow, okay.
Because I want to go to lavatory all the time.
That's the... Okay. Working with female colleagues or working with male colleagues?
It really depends. In Oman Air, of course, working with the male colleagues because they are so fun. And he really depends. Yeah, I would say, I don't know, maybe male. Easy going.
Okay, let me ask you now about Emirates and male cabin crew. Let's say like you have more ladies than boys, right?
Yeah, we have more ladies, yes.
But okay, now they don't recruit, of course, because of Corona. But let's say like if you compare the percentage, how much do we have ladies and how many boys?
I was like, okay, for the maybe I don't know, like really, I don't know really the percentage, but so if I do a flight, maybe in economy, I'm an economy crew, so in economy, maybe 2-3 guys, and the rest of the crew is ladies, the females. I think maybe 20%.
Yeah, okay.
30%, yeah.
And now I want to go back to Airbus 380. Can you tell us a bit about that aircraft and like how many crew are working and about the service, because how many passengers you can take?
Oh my God, I had to really check it.
50 questions. No, approximately, you don't need to say correct numbers.
In 380, we have almost 24 crew, almost.
And how briefing looks like? Do we have how long is the briefing?
We have almost 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes.
Really? In 20 minutes, imagine like, and all of you, do you need to introduce yourself or?
Back in the days, it was a one briefing, like we used Oman Air, but now we have separate. So first class, economy, and
wow.
Yeah, because in economy, we have 2 supervisors. So normally, economy is just 1 and the business is 1, but we have 2 supervisors. So most of the time, we get to know each other just only economy. But we try to remember all the names, but it's really hard.
I know. How many of you are working in economy? I mean in Airbus 380?
Airbus 380. Let me. Oh my God. Five. Almost 10. We have 10 doors. So it's
minimum 10, huh?
Yeah, minimum. Yeah.
And how many passengers?
We are carrying in 380. So we have a 380 like with the first class and without first class. So sometimes you will see in upstairs.
Also economy?
Yeah, half of economy. Half of the cabin it's business. So once we have with the first class. So the upper deck is first class and business, and the lower deck it's only economy. If you have just the configuration of business and economy, it's going to be almost economy 400 around. Yes, it's a lot. I know.
How do you, I don't know how you are explaining so many people at one place. For me, I never flew with 380 even as a passenger.
Yeah.
Hopefully I will have a chance in future.
Yeah, it was nice.
You know, when I see that huge aircraft, oh my God, I'm like, imagine.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I'm thinking always about crew, you know, like how many people you need to serve and.
Yeah,
but they provide you enough crew, right?
Yeah. And the service is like we change the service, but now it's like a rolling service, and it's you have your own responsibility to do. So it's rolling. So it's for me it's fine. Yeah. Because we have enough crew, and in 380 we have upper part of the aircraft and the aft. So like we divide it into two. So there's a aft crew is separate and the front crew is separate. So the front is doing only front of the aircraft, and the aft crew is doing the aft of the aircraft. Like we divide it to two. Otherwise, imagine like almost 350 passengers. You will be end up with mess.
Okay.
But we really managed everything. Yeah.
Would you like to share maybe some interesting story if you had some safety, service, first aid, security situation, if you remember something?
When I was in Oman Air, I had the worst turbulence ever in my life.
What did you have? Didn't hear.
I had the worst turbulence ever.
Oh, really? What happened?
It was from Paris to Muscat. It was sudden turbulence. I was thinking like I will die on that day. The passengers was thinking, yeah, it was really stubborn turbulence. And almost like we were middle of the service, but we managed to lush all the carts and set down. But all the carts just went up and fell down. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And it's safety wise. And I had so many incidents, nose bleeding and fainted, heart attack. It's
heart attack?
But minor heart attack. But he was fine, he alive. But I had the medical case, a miscarriage. You know, it was quite hard. It's heartbreaking. It was 380 from Dubai to, I think, Morocco. It was full flight, and we depart in the morning from local time Dubai. After 2 hours, like one lady, she was fine because we didn't know that she's pregnant and she didn't even declare. So like we cannot even see a belly, nothing. So I saw her, she went to the washroom and came back and again because I was working in the front. So later, like after maybe 20 minutes, she was screaming. And so heavily. And it was full flight and blood is everywhere, and we had to page for the doctor. We were lucky we had 3 doctors on board, and our seniors, they managed very well. Anyways, we had to open our first aid kit, emergency first aid kits, everything. and we had to divert the flight because the doctor said if we don't divert, she will die within 1 hour. So
she will lose a lot of blood, maybe, right?
Yeah, she lose lots of blood. So she was screaming. You know how big the aircraft. Anyone can hear in the aircraft. She was screaming.
Yeah, it was painful, and she got shocked.
Yeah, of course. And we diverted to Cyprus on ground hours. The passengers was very nice. They were like really collaborate with us, and yeah. And finally, after that we landed to Casablanca. We was dead tired, dead. Yeah, but
yeah, anyhow, flight is long from Dubai, right? Like 8 hours maybe to Morocco.
Yeah, almost 8 hours. But it was almost 12 hours duty for us.
Yeah.
Even on ground, we were 5 hours almost on ground. So it was quite hard. I just wanted to tell, like, for everyone, if you really feel sick, don't fly at all. You will give a hard time to everyone and you will risk your life as well. Yeah. Just
because we are not doctors, we are just first aiders. And if there is no doctor on board, like we can help, but
yeah, we train for the first aid, but we are not doctors. Yeah.
You gave them good advice.
Yeah.
But that is even for crew. If you are sick, don't fly. I mean, sometimes we push our limits and we're like, okay, I will not report sick. I will go for flight, and then you never know what can happen.
Of course, especially if you're sick means like, okay, if you have what do you call it, flu or something, and you want to do like a 17 hours flight, no, you won't be able to do it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they can better skip one day and go next day.
Yeah, if you are really sick, why not? If you're really sick, I mean really sick. You know, Mincha?
Don't tweet that. Okay, now I want to ask you something. What is the best thing about this job for you, in your opinion, and what is the worst thing about this job?
The best thing for me, I can travel for free.
You need to work.
No, actually, I have seen lots of places in the world, so it was nice, and I engaged with so many nationalities. I work with people, and yeah, you will have so much experience in your life. As a girl, I would say like as an example, for example, you work in a one flight, you will have maybe 10 nationalities or maybe 12 nationalities. So you get to know each other, you work with everyone. It means like you can survive anywhere in the world. Yeah. And the worst thing I would say, you miss your family, of course.
Homesick.
And, yeah, homesick always. And your health, maybe, I would say. Because you will not sleep and you will not have a regular sleep. You will not have a normal life, normal routine. So that's the worst thing, but you will manage anyhow. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. What would you recommend to the person who would like to work as a cabin crew? Like you can give some advice for open day, assessment day, or in general.
Okay. You mean the tips, right?
I mean, you're lucky. You passed from the first time. You didn't need to waste your time to go to one assessment day, another assessment day. You passed everything from the first time. But what would be your advice?
You have to be confident and you have to be yourself. If you don't like the job, just don't apply. But you have to accept everything. You will not get sleep at night. You will miss your family. You will miss your friends. You will miss your country, everything. And the best advice is prepare for your interview. Like before the interview, just there are so many YouTube channels and like this kind of, the talks, just watch and you prepare for your interview and refresh maybe your studies or maybe especially the knowledge of English. You have to, and what else? And that's it, I guess. And the grooming, especially girls and boys. Yeah. You put the makeup and everything like well groomed and go for your interview. And what else? And one more thing. In Oman Air, can you remember, Minja, we signed the paper that it kind of a declaration that you can swim.
Yes.
For me, at that time, I couldn't swim at all.
Okay. You're the second one. I had in the second episode, I had the guest. She's from India. And she was so afraid. She joined Oman Air. She was so afraid about swimming because she couldn't swim. But she signed that paper that she can swim. And then, anyhow, we came in contact with each other, and she managed to get prepared for swimming. So, what about you?
For me, I signed. To be honest, I couldn't swim at all.
And
if the swimming pool, I will sink literally. But I managed. I was scared, but I signed anyways, and I managed. Like I went for a class, and now I do well. So yeah, I went for a swimming class after that. But of course, when you're in the interview, you should sign it. Otherwise, you won't get a job. And in Emirates, and you mean like if you have a tattoo, like we had to fill the form kind of.
To declare also, right?
Yeah, in open day, I can remember the interview board. They asked, not the interview, but like two ladies were there. So they asked, if you have any tattoos, just please raise your hand. One girl, she had a tattoo here. She raised her hand and she said like, no, I have a tattoo. So apparently she couldn't even participate for the interview. Not at all. But if it's not really visible, why not? The girls, of course, like you don't have to have a tattoo from here or the legs because we are having skirts and the shorter sleeve blouse like this. If you have a tattoo somewhere, it's
like on your stomach, right?
Fine, yeah, it's
area
fine.
that is not visible.
If it is not, if it is not really visible, why not? Yeah, for the guys, we have a long sleeves, so I have seen so many, like a male crew, they have tattoos here on the legs, but it's fine. Yeah, kind of things really matters when you do your interview. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for advice. Thank you for giving your time and sharing your experience.
Thank you, Mincha.
I would like to ask you something at the end. What are your plans for future?
My plan, I don't know how this corona actually, like we were not doing anything and the people losing their jobs, not in aviation, but everywhere. So I'm planning to stay a little bit and I will continue my studies and go to my previous jobs. That's what I prefer. So I'm planning to migrate. Let's see. Yeah.
I wish you all the best in that process. And also I wish you all the best with your studies. I hope you will get more diplomas and then you will get another job. Yeah. I mean, all of us, you cannot work this until end of your life. And
yeah. I know.
I would also recommend people like, if they want to be a cabin crew, they can apply, of course. But they should have some backup plan and they need to educate themselves. Maybe it's something that they like. They can have time. Like honestly, we can have time to study something additionally. Maybe, and you can have money to invest. Like maybe before you didn't have that chance, but with cabin crew salary, like you can invest in your knowledge and for the future.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Especially if you have layovers, so you can do your studies or whatever. And I know some people, my friends, they are doing some businesses back home. It's you have to have a backup plan always. It's not like a, for me, I would say this job you can do for maybe a couple of years, but you can, of course, you can survive, you can be a purser, you can be a supervisor, you have a career here as well. But if you really want to do something else, you have to have a backup plan always. Yeah.
Thank you. Would you like to say something else or to ask me some question maybe? Or we will finish.
Which flight we did together? Can you remember?
I don't remember. Come on, don't ask that question. I don't remember, but I think it was layover because we had time to talk. I remember we were sitting in the galley.
Yeah.
If it's turnaround, you don't have that much time.
Yeah, I think so. A couple of flights we did together. Anyways, and I always love Oman Air and all the colleagues, and still I have Instagram, like so many friends. Yeah, and everyone, hi.
Thank you so much for your time, and thanks to the audience that they are watching. If they have any questions for Demini or for me, you can leave questions in the comments below. And guys, see you next time with the next guest. Thank you, Demini.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.